Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer joins me today to unpack the latest in the mining industry. Hi Martin.
Hi Chanel.
The demand for platinum in the medical technology industry is set to reach a new record soon. What is driving this demand growth?
You know, it's amazing. It's being driven across a broad spectrum of medical activities and the need for what this metal can provide. And you know, when it comes to pacemakers, there's nothing else that you can use. So this is the sole metal that they're using for pacemakers. There are 1 million pacemakers a year, and it's because of the fact that, you know, it's chemically inert, it's corrosion resistant, and it's able to conduct electricity. These are just 3 things. There are a lot more around these magical metals of ours, platinum, that we host, you know, overwhelmingly in the world. And you can see that the level is going to go up to about 320,000 ounces, but every year since 2013 it's been growing. It's now like 4% of total demand. Well, last year it might even be more this year as it comes through. And that's just one area of demand for platinum. You know, this platinum is something special. The platinum group metals, there's nothing like it on the planet to actually assist when it comes to, well, we see with hydrogen, we see with the auto cats in cars, and we see it even in water. I mean, it's across a very broad spectrum.
Rainbow Rare Earths has meanwhile announced advances in the production of rare earth elements at its Phalaborwa project. Tell us about that.
You know, this is incredible. Here you get, in our past, you have a mine dump and you just dump this material on there. It's not environmentally good. And now you enter a new era and people suddenly come running in and say, gee, thank God you put this here because this is so valuable. You then get this material out and you realize that you can do a lot more with it if you do particular research. So at their laboratory in Johannesburg, which I'm so happy about, you know, on the 1st of September, I think, we reported a massive breakthrough where they would purify these metals beyond what they could ever do in the past, which adds the value to them. And these are rare earth elements, and they want it in these magnets around the world, which we're using for the wind energy and all sorts of things like that. And it's got a wide spread of demand, the REEs, at the moment. So the more you can do with them, the better. Now, I think 22 days later, they came with another big breakthrough because they found that it was the low-value cerium was sort of too prominent in the total mix. So they're able to delete a lot of that, and that gives more prominence now to what they unlocked before, and these names are all very difficult. Dysprosium and terbium is going to come through. Those are the high-value products in demand in the world from this dump in Phalaborwa. Wonderful outcome.
Lastly, tell us about the production of cassava in Zambia's Copperbelt.
Yeah, you know, we think of the Copperbelt, we think of copper. But what Zambia is doing is it wants to go a bit further because, as they said and told the United Nations, you know, climate change is real, man. You know, we saw the droughts here, and our water is linked to our power, hydropower. So we had no energy and no water. So what they want to do is try and diversify a bit, and copper is huge for them, of course. But if they go into cassava, you know, this is not only a food, but it's also a fuel because you can use it for biofuel. So they would be able to then run their cars and their trucks and whatever else on this biofuel that they get, and they'd have the food products. But most of all, they'd give a new horizon to their farmers. So I've been getting the reports saying the farmers are, you know, really not getting the returns they should. So this program they want to kick off and see if they can spread it quite distant around the place. And the benefits will be twofold: the food and the fuel, but also uplifting the whole agricultural industry, which needs a boost. And already a third party has come in with a investment planned in a refueling station. So they'll try and have a lot of added benefit coming through, like people getting involved in, well, what we say petrol here, but it'll be biofuel. And they'll have their own refueling stations, which is then adding to infrastructural development there. So they're hoping something will come out of this, and I think they've come out of the starting blocks well.
Thanks for chatting to us, Martin.
Thank you, Chanel.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. Don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.